gonna try some earbuds this time, and let's see if things work a little better. Nokerborn, what's going on, brother? We got Dan K here. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Are we live? Is this working? Sorry, I had to message our guest. Cool. Okay, so what we're going to try to do is the guest actually has helped me, and we're going to try to make things, let's see, we can hear you a little clearer, a little better this time since I biffed it so good last time. So, right on. Jeffrey's here, Billy's here, cool. Um, I do have a special guest, so that'll be fun. We'll introduce him here in just a second. You guys know how I am. James is here. What's up, James? Oh, cool. Loud and clear. Awesome. We're gonna do our best to make this much smoother than the last time, and then we're gonna redo Peter's interview eventually, a few down the road. So, and I think you guys will get used to the personal questions that I ask, and then you almost kind of anticipate what you think people will say and stuff. It The more regular we do it, the better it'll get, I think. So, Dana, what is up, man? James, ground pounder, best son, awesome. Okay, dude, that's what my guy was telling me. He's like, I think I feel like I'm yelling a little bit, but he's like, if you use some earphones, I got earbuds in right now, little mic. So hopefully this is gonna help. We got 12 people here. Let's do the analytics to start the week, and then we'll introduce our guest, and we'll get right into everything. So you guys want to hit the thumb button if you like it, hit the thumb down if you don't like it, but it'll help the channel a little bit. The channel could use all the help we can get right now. It's fairly dragging along. So last week, 2 videos, 2 shorts, and somehow I did 3 live streams. I don't know how that happened. It's kind of weird, but hey, here, what is up? Now it's all busted up. Oh, audio wanted crap. Really? Okay, is it still messed up? Wildwood, what's up, Chick? Okay, so I'm gonna lose the earbuds. How's this? I'm gonna try to set this as best as I can. Can you guys hear me? Is it okay? I'll wait for a quick answer. I'll finish the analytics and then we'll get our guy in. And in the comments, tell me what you think of this. But first, tell me if you can hear me. Um, so 2 videos, 2 shorts, and somehow I did 3 live streams. I don't remember any of that, but really, try this again. How about now? Can you hear me? Better? I hope so. If not, this is ridiculous. Go over it already. Oh, hang on. It wasn't even plugged in. How about because I didn't have it plugged in? That was my fault. Man, I hope it gets better. How about now? Any better? Same? Nope. Ah! Oh, this is so fucking aggravating. Ah! How about now? Okay, so it's perfect if I back off and do this. One earbud and just go like this. Is that any better? Can you restart the feed? I think it'll let me restart the feed. Let's see what I can do. Okay, how about now? I can hear clicking on my end. How about there? My media was pegged out. So that may have been the problem. Again, mic exhausted. Can't hear you. Back the mic away from the. It's way over here, man. I mean, I turned it down, so it's not. I don't think that's what it is. But let's see. It was plugged in all the way. How's this? Is this any better? I'm hoping this is maybe a little bit. The moment you touch the mic at first, it went to crack. That's weird. Let me try something. Let me try this one more time. How's that? Is that any better? Hear me yet? Can you hear me now? A little? Okay, so what if I talk louder? Can you hear me fine? Like if I talk louder? Hello, 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 hello. Hello? Okay. Alright, so you can hear me? Alright, cool. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hold it like this. I think I found the side where the actual mic's at. and we're just gonna go from there. So, like I was saying, last week we did 2 videos, 2 shorts, 3 live streams. Tell me who you think the guest is. Maybe some of you can guess it, but he's a he's a very, very, very skilled tree guy and also a YouTuber. So there's a couple hints. So 2 videos, 2 shorts, 3 live streams. There were 6.9 thousand people, different people that tuned in. My short video and my full video, the first one of that dead rotten tree that I got down out of, um, was the best viewed stuff. And then my parody video of the bars was pretty good. No, Ground Pounder, that's a good one though. I'm gonna have to remember that one. Um, yeah, I like doing the parody videos, and so no, I'm not fancy, or I don't think I could get someone like August Jeffrey. That's a busy guy. He probably don't have time to do like a little YouTube channel like this, but here's what it is. I've asked a few bigger channels, but I usually don't get an answer, so I try to stay away from it. 217 likes, 13 shares, 58 comments. Comments are down, likes are down, but whatever. Thanks for the 13 shares, whoever it was. Channel made a whopping bucks, so nobody's got it yet. So this is one. This guest I'm gonna enjoy because I've been missing this guest, and so it's kind of cool. Um, there was 207 watch hours of my videos last week too, which is pretty cool. Um, I think that's a little higher than normal, but yeah, that was awesome. I enjoyed the live feed. Um, no, not Jeff, or yeah, I thought I was saying it wrong. No, not Jeff, Jeffrey. Um, but yeah, so far almost got it. Like I said, it'd be nice to interview Jake Rogers. He just, they're busy guys running a big channel like that. They probably time again, to mess with guys like doing stuff like mine. But yeah, yeah, I enjoyed the live feed that we did, where we did the what was that? Oh, the spider leg, which is rope. So this thing's messing up again. Hopefully it keeps going. I don't know. Does it keep cutting out? I don't know. I think that's just what I'm gonna end up with. Hopefully it doesn't do that, but I don't know. I'll just keep chugging along. Our guest should be here in a minute, and if anybody gets it, I'll let you know. But some of you may not know of his channel too. So that's the other cool thing. Maybe we can bring some attention to his channel and maybe get him to come back to like YouTube a little bit. Oh, so it sounds better if I talk. Okay. I would rather talk quiet, but I feel like everybody told me it was too quiet before. You guys gotta make up your mind. Jay, no. Dan, no. Human, no. Human would. I tried. He never answered me. I don't know if he realizes even that it's me, or maybe he just doesn't care. But it is what it is. We've got. I mean, here's one thing. Homie that we're gonna interview. Oh, dude, you're good, ground pounder. I'm just, dude. I've had a rough couple days, and I'm just on edge. If I'm being straight up, I'm a bit on edge. So it is what it is. And plus, I've been working on chainsaws and stuff. Educated climber, dude. All these that you guys are saying are all such good ones. I wish. Maybe Reg, that would be even sweeter. Um, but you should definitely go check his channel out after we finish up here. I need to remember. I'll put his link in the comment section of this video. So after it gets uploaded and it's finished, if you want to just have a quick way to get to his channel, I will put his link to his channel in the comment section. Um, I would put it in the description, but then it kind of takes the surprise away. So if I introduce them and let you know who it is before time, I'll put their link in the description. But if I don't put it in the description, always just kind of click back and check the comment section, and I'll put a link to their channel. So he's got an award-winning channel. I mean, he put out videos and like um, tree stuff. Was doing awards for a little bit, and he ended up winning one of their awards. I can't remember which one it was, but he makes really good videos and just a good tree guy all around. So it's kind of a bummer for him, steel cutting. What's going on, man? For him to not be putting out content like he used to. So the cool thing is that I think he says he's okay with. I don't know why he's not putting out content. Um, I didn't really ask, but he is, or like he's still doing his work and stuff. Everything's good with him, I think. So I'm curious. I want to ask him. All right, you guys want to know who it is? I could just tell you. So who we got is his channel name has changed, like just like kind of mine has. You know, the original channel I believe was Scoot TCI. So Scott, his channel is Industry TV. So Trevor would be a fun one. Yeah, that would be a cool one. Maybe after we get this kind of built up and we can kind of build an audience and stuff, maybe we can convince some of the bigger name channels to come over and you guys can get to know some more personal stuff about them. So Scoot is an awesome. Um, I was thinking, yeah, hey, yeah, I was waiting for one of you guys because you guys have almost ran through all the names other than him. So that's I was waiting for it. You guys were right there. Um, yeah, I'm stoked to talk with him and see what's been going on. I think the last video I seen of his was like a year ago, so it's been a year um, that I haven't seen really any new content. He may be putting out shorts that I don't see or something. I don't know. I haven't had. Usually I would take a little time and like research the person a bit, but yeah. Let's see. Reg is serious. Yeah, Reg would be. That would be. He'd be a fun one because I think the awkwardness of the interview would make it fun because he's not just going to give you straight up answers all the time and just be like, sure, yeah, sure. But let me wondering why Scott hasn't made it here. Let's see. Let's send him a link. Okay. There he is. There he is. All right, here he comes. All right. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can. Hey, it's vertical.
Awesome.
There he is. There he is.
So you got to flip it?
Yeah. All right, here he comes. Oh, right, right. And there's
No,
a
it was right the
delay.
first time. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can. Hey, it's vertical.
Awesome.
There he is. There he is.
So you got to flip it?
Yeah. Do you hear that delay?
Yeah, it's delayed.
Right. Okay. Right on. And there's
No, it
a
was right the
delay.
first time.
I'm
Can you
gonna
hear
try
me?
my best to ignore it. Yeah, I can. Hey, it's vertical. That's crazy.
All right, can
So
you
what you been
can
up to,
still hear
man?
me?
Yeah, yeah, I still hear you.
Just working. Um, that's about it. Just started. I'm working with a new company now. Got a whole new team, a whole new crew, and it's been pretty good.
Oh, sweet. Right on. What's up, BR? Um, yeah, I was kind of curious. What happened with the videos?
Um, I guess mostly life. Like I was having a lot of fun putting out content. Um, I'm going to be honest with you. I am not good at putting out content. It takes me a long time to do a video. It probably too long. Like sometimes I feel like I'm doing it the hardest way possible.
I
And
feel the same, man.
yeah, so and then like I refuse to put out anything that I wouldn't want to watch myself. So to just throw something up there, I have no interest in doing that. So I really sit down and take a long time to do my videos. And we had a few, we're all getting older, so we had some family members pass away, and we had some new family members come in. My son had a baby, so I'm a grandpa now. Um, and I just got
Congrats.
caught up with all that. Yeah, and
That's awesome.
um, just life just kind of caught up with me, and it's just like, again, if I can't put out content that I want to watch, then I had to back off and just take a break.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, I was just kind of curious I think a break can be the best thing. I mean, it may be probably the best thing for you, you know, to just have some time
Yeah,
away from it.
right. Um, like I said, I'm working with a new group of guys now. So I'm looking forward. Like he likes to make content, so we should be revving up here pretty soon to be making more content.
Right on. That's awesome. Okay, because I was
So
kind of
BR.
I was doing my best to try to keep up with everybody. Somehow in the mix, I didn't really. It was months and months and months before I realized, yo, what happened to Scott? Like, it's like what
That's
the hell? So I went searching, and I'm like, okay, no, he ain't putting nothing out. I ain't missing it. It's just he's taking a break. But
right.
dude, I get the whole thing. If you can't watch it, you don't want to put it out. But I feel like sometimes I have to overlook that because so many times I've made a video and I've had to watch it so many times that I hate it by the time I upload it.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, like, is it good or not? Or did I burn myself out on it already trying to edit it?
Right. Well, it's rough. Like I have to give like you, August, um, all the guys, Ground and Pounder. You guys put out continuous content. It's hard to go work 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day, come home, look through all that footage, then start working on the video, then have time to deal with family and friends and any kind of like it is crazy difficult. It's like having three jobs.
Yeah, yeah, I'd agree. It's hard enough to do those days once, but if you're gonna go back and rewatch it and then edit it,
Yeah,
you're gonna relive that same day twice over, if not three times
right.
over.
Yeah.
It's a rough one.
And my content's heavily edited. Like I like to put in music. I like to, you know, put a lot of stuff in. Like, a lot of your content, you like to add stuff
Yes,
and it's
that's why I
just
like your
it
stuff.
takes so much time to get that done, man. And like I said, I'm probably doing it in the hardest way possible. Somebody could probably show me like, hey, do this, do that, do this. And but my videos take a whole 2, 3 days to put together, so it's difficult.
Shoot, I think I just kicked out there for a second. Yeah, it's a bit of a headache, man. I don't care how you do it. I've not found a way that's easy. It's always aggravating.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for the crew of people that I get to like chill with and hang out with and like conversate with, I there's no way I'd put it out. I'd be burnt already.
That I think that's probably the thing I miss the most. The friendships I made, the connections I made through YouTube. I never made any money. I never like never monetized anything or nothing like that. So for me, it was like I've been out of state to go climb with guys that I've met on YouTube. Um,
That's cool.
I've went to weddings of guys that I met on YouTube. Like they've invited me out and traveled to different states to go to weddings and stuff. So I've made some real good friends on YouTube.
Yeah, I like things are like insanely slow for me and like to the point that there's like nothing. And I'm just bumming. And then the other day, I got a call from one of my YouTube subscribers who just randomly was like, "Hey, when you get to where you need some work, hit me up." I'm like, "Oh shit, okay, cool. I will. Right on.
Right.
It won't
Oh
be
no, that's
long."
awesome.
But so, did you get a chance to
Ground
go
and
over
pounder,
those?
that's one of my favorites.
Did you get a chance to go over those questions?
I have what questions? Did you
The
send me
ones I
anything?
sent you in the text, or did it not send?
Okay, I didn't get that. No,
Okay,
I didn't get no questions.
right on. Well,
But
we're good.
I'm a pretty open book. You could ask anything
Okay,
you want.
okay. Um, a couple of them are like probably similar, so that's kind of why I send them because like a couple of the questions you can almost come up with the same answer, but like, well, here, let's just do it. Let's do since you've been doing this, who's like your most just memorable customer? Like the customer that you've just for good and bad, like the one that you just loved working for. It wasn't so much about the money; it was just about how they treated you, and the worst.
Um, Man, I think all of our customers treat us pretty good. Like, see, I was not the owner, so again, I'm just the face behind. Um, One of my most memorable customers, she's like the greatest lady. Like, she is so nice. Tipped us, takes good care of us. We're just like at her house at least once a month. But she did have a weird request. She's got a row of arborvitaes, and she likes to have them topped. She, she likes to have them topped just far enough so she can see in her neighbor's window. So the first time I went there, I topped them down, and I said, "Okay." She comes back out and she says, "They need to go a little bit lower." She said, "You see that guy's window right there?" And I said, yeah. She said, "I want to be able to see in that from my upstairs window."
Dude,
And I
that's
said, I
wild.
don't know if this is okay, but I guess I'm gonna do it. So
See,
that
that's why I love
that
some
is
of these
probably one of
questions.
my weirdest customers.
Dude, that's wild. That's what I should ask. What's the weirdest one? I'm gonna have to switch that question just because of that answer right there. That was awesome. Okay, I was just the other day. I was checking through your videos. I think it was probably one of your later ones or newest ones that you had loaded, and you had a hand injury, and
Yes.
I think something had happened to your hand. You were trying to work, but what's your worst injury that you've had doing this?
I'm gonna say that I'll be honest with you. I am injury prone. Like I have no regard for my body whatsoever. So I've broken fingers. I've broken my foot. I've cracked 2 ribs. Um, but I think the worst was I cut my hand. Um, the old conflict between one handed
Is there still no audio? Let's see. He calls me in the middle of it. Let's see.
He wants to get on with us.
Yeah, I know. I wish. That's what dude, I was so stoked. Let me mute this and then see if it'll come back.
No sound. No, no, no.
It's good now? Jay says it's good.
Back now.
It
I
came
see
back.
back now.
It's back now. Okay, cool. Right on. I don't know what happened there. That's what, dude, when I found out that you could do this with YouTube, and I hate the rule of you're not allowed to go live unless you have 1,000.
Right.
And I'm like, that's the dumbest thing. So I'm always like, I have buddies that have channels, so I'm like, I'm always pushing for their channel to get to 1,000 because it opens up a whole nother, avenue. Because sometimes you get in a mood and you're like, I would do a video right now, but I
Right.
don't want to record it, edit it, and this and this, and like,
Exactly.
no.
No,
But
I love this live thing you do. I think it's great.
it's fun. I think this is like episode 91 or something. We do it did I cut out?
You're, you're here.
Am I here? Okay.
Ground and
Yeah, I hit.
Pounders broke 1,000. Let's go.
Yeah, dude, I
I
seen that. I
like it.
just seen that. Yeah, we've been trying to push them there. Dude, I'm telling you, the quickest way to grow your channel as far as subscribers, especially as a small channel, is to put out shorts. If you put shorts out, it
Yeah,
will bring subscribers in. I don't know why, but man, when I put out shorts, I get way more subscribers those weeks, which is really strange. But
really.
at one point, I think I was getting like, dude, I was getting like 215 subscribers a week, but I was cranking out shorts, and channel was growing quick, and then it just stopped. Ah, damn. Whatever.
Right.
But um, so have you had any accidents? Like, say you have the vehicle parked close and you bump it with a piece, or you rip a gutter off, or smack an electric line, or anything along those lines?
I want to lie and say no, but
Yeah, me
again,
too.
I had a whole rookie phase. I had a whole like I don't know. I'm not immune to accidents.
Yeah,
I am probably overly careful. Uh, so I know a lot of you guys did watch a lot of my videos, and I rig a lot of stuff. Um, I probably rig 90% of my work. It's just because over the years, crews that I've worked with, people that I've worked with, accidents that I've seen other guys have, I've learned my lesson.
yeah.
Um, but I've had my share of fence repairs. I think one of the biggest I've ever. I've also learned too not to really like. I don't know if you get a lot of this because you kind of work with yourself, but a lot of hey, if it was me, I'd put a rope there, or I would cut that, or I would. Do, and in the beginning of my career, I used to listen to that, like, oh, should I cut it here? And
Oh,
I,
okay.
that's where a majority of my stuff came from. I had one time I had a boss I was working with, and we had a big, large oak lead going straight out over a yard. And he said, "Listen, just put an undercut in it and top cut that thing." And I said, "It's just pretty long. Like it doesn't feel. It feels like it's going to break way before I can finish cutting it." And he said, "No, you're good to go. Undercut it and top cut it. It'll break and fall straight to the ground." I don't think so. And he's the boss, right?
Yeah.
Put my undercut, start coming down with the top cut, the saw starts to bog out. It just ain't got it.
Oh,
The thing breaks, goes tip first, falls back,
that's
and
a butt
hits the
guy.
people's. Yeah, it hits their. They just put up a what do you call that? A sunroom. It hit the wall
Oh,
and caved the
dang.
whole wall of the sunroom in.
Dude.
Yeah. Luckily, the guy is like, listen, we just put that up, so I don't have it all locked down. He's like, it's no big deal. But I think that's one of the points right there where I said, you know what, I'm just going to do what I want to do from now on and not do what people suggest.
Yeah, the way I see it, if you trust a man to get up there and do that job, and you're the owner, trust him to do the job. Don't
Yeah.
micromanage him. If he hollers down and says, "Hey, what do you think?" Because sometimes, especially as a newer climber, or as you're getting used to a company, you may need that guy there just to be like, "Hey, is this okay?" Or what do you
Right.
think? But man, that's the worst thing. I told a story last time, and I don't know what made it on that video and what didn't, where I was working for a guy and I just wanted to go get a drink, to go down and go grab a soda, and he's
Yeah.
like,
I
"No,
seen that.
put the tree down," and I wouldn't do it. I told him, "No, I'm not. I'm going to get a drink," and he tried to tell me I can't
Right.
get a drink, so he went and felled the tree and fell it on the people's house. That was embarrassing as hell, but little mistakes. Like I rigged a tulip poplar out that was enormous. It was all over all the electric wires over a house. Everything went perfect. I get down to the log. and I'm chunking it down to the 60-foot mark so they can get to it with the lift. I go to push a chunk of wood off, and it was a dead of summer, and I was pretty dehydrated, and I was trying to hurry to go to a funeral. And so my head's not really into it. I pushed the chunk off, and I left a nub down below, probably about 20 foot off the ground, a little nub. And that chunk of wood went straight down, hit that nub, and shot through their garage,
Yep.
straight through the garage. This was a couple 100-pound piece too. So I got down. The lady
It's
said,
all
"Don't worry about it." And I said, "What?" She says, "Don't worry about it. God bless you. You're amazing." I said, "Ma'am, I just destroyed your garage." She says, "Don't worry about it. I'm gonna rip that garage down." I just went by there today. There's a dude working on that garage. It's still there. She just had it fixed.
What's up, Greg? Greg's one of my favorite people. I love Greg. Um, yeah, no, that's one of the biggest things I go of what like because I've trained a lot of guys, and I think chunking down wood at that point you're so tired and you're so over it that that's where like you always get the piece that bounces, bounce, 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 hits the house, bounce, bounce, bounce,
Yeah.
tramples right over the side of the fence. So that's about the time where you got to like let your guys know, hey, it's time to calm down.
Yeah.
Let's get through this. You know what I mean? But that's always the roughest part. I don't know. Early in my career, um, I take down this giant maple tree, probably right when I started climbing residential, like really climbing with a residential company. And this tree may have been my boss at that time said, "You're doing great, squash it with great." And I got to that point where it's like took these logs off, and I still have brush on the ground. I took off the very first log. It goes tumbling. I don't know how to land them flat at this point. I'm just letting them go. It hits a piece and shoots that piece like a little, probably 10-inch long, 3-inch, piece of lead, but it pulls the yards over right through these people's solar pool cover. I think it's like $400. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, what have I done? Like, what do I do? So those are the things like I've really learned from in my career. And I don't, I try to eliminate those stupid mistakes now. You know, I gotta have my left flat. I try to have the area cleaned out before I start chunking wood down, so we're not flipping stuff this way and flipping stuff that way.
Yeah. Just see if that helps there. I didn't really think about that, if I'm being honest. It took me a long time before I really would think about, like, oh, there's root flares down there. And, like,
Oh yeah.
it was just cut the tree, is what it was for so long. And it makes me wonder, like, how did I get through some of them jobs? Because I feel like I was just digging. And, so now you think about it, and it's like, yeah, that was wild. I don't know how I made it through half of them. But, um, you know what? You got any wild stories for any people we've worked for that were just like, I don't want to ask you who's the worst company you've worked for, who's the best company. Anybody who contract climbs, that's like shooting yourself in the foot. I don't want to ask that, but any, any weird ones where you showed up and it just ended up turning odd?
So at the beginning of my career, I contract climbed quite a bit, and I almost got to the point where like all of them turned odd. Like I just quit contract climbing altogether because um I am brought up in a different area whatever than most people I know. Back when I was taught, it was grab a rope, grab a saddle, grab a saw, get to work. Like um there was no safety
Yeah,
involved, right?
yeah.
Safety, like it's production first, safety
That sounds
last.
that sounds crazy to people right now, but that's the truth, man. That is the
Yeah.
truth. Like if you had a ball cap on, you were going the extra mile. It's like, come on. That's just to keep the sun out of your eyes. That ain't helping none.
No,
But
that's the way we were raised. I mean, the foremans I had were kind of like, what are you doing with that rope? Like you could get out there without that rope. You know what I mean? You got a buck strap, that's all you need. And then other ones are like, why are you using a buck strap? It was so when I went to contract climb, I found a lot of those guys, and it was just pretty much like the same thing nonstop. Just cut the whole thing. We're gonna cut the whole, and you're like, no, I'm not. I'm not doing
yeah,
this. Like I am not a cowboy. I was raised that way, but I've learned from that. I've moved on from that, and I don't want to be a part of that. So the companies I've surrounded myself with since then, really, I don't have too many horror stories um, in that respect. Most of them give me the keys, and they're like, go do your thing, and they don't bother me too much.
yeah. I think mine. I think the hardest thing was I spent so many years learning this and living kind of in the industry with my dad doing it, and then so I got where these guys were coming from when I would go to work for them, and they'd be like, "You don't, all this extra stuff is taking up so much time." They would say, that would be the biggest thing. I'm wasting time. I'm wasting. No, I'm not. But man, that was a battle to get them to ever get off of that because they feel like you don't need to do this.
Right.
But then you finally get them to where they're over that, and you can. But you're forcing yourself to push harder than you probably would because they're telling you you're behind on time and you're wasting time. So you're trying to make up time by pushing it a little more. So it's like it's a double-edged sword. I don't I think it took a long time for me to kind of figure out a way. Like I feel like I tell people like, okay, you want me to come help you? Go watch my YouTube videos. If
Right.
that shows you who I am. That's what I'm gonna do. So like I'm I'm just not that not that I haven't been that cowboy, but I'm not him.
Right.
That's
Well, I get a lot of that now, where guys meet me and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've heard about." No, you haven't heard about me. You just watched some of my YouTube video. Like I am not like I'm just an average climber. Um, maybe I have some good editing skills or some, but I don't like. Um, I don't know. I'm not okay. Like I always tell everybody, I could be in a room filled with climbers and nobody in the whole room would know I climb. I just don't have a lot to say. And I think that kind of hurt my YouTube channel a little bit because I don't know. In the beginning when I did my channel, I didn't even want to put my face on it, right? So um like a little backstory is I got like totally bored with climbing. I've been from here to Texas climbing trees. I've done a
oh really,
lot of stuff. Oh yeah, I've climbed trees while they were on fire. Um,
dude.
like yeah, I've done a lot of stuff. I worked for a big company like Davy, and they'll take you all over the world. And I've
That's
done
awesome.
stuff, yeah, all over the place. And I got to the point where I was like seriously bored. Like it just seems so mundane and so boring. So I originally spent the last 22 years climbing on a taut line. Like if you go back to my first videos, I don't even know if they still exist, but I was climbing on a taut line.
Dude, I think
Um,
me and you are so incredibly similar. It's ridiculous, and I think that's
I,
why I relate to you a lot, and your videos, and like I think even somewhat the way we edit is almost similar. It's like I'm introverted, dude.
yeah,
I would it embarrasses me when people come up to me in public and be like, "Stillborn." I'm like, "No, please, like, hey, thank you." But
I struggle with that.
and I think people think I'm lying when I say that stuff, but
Mhm.
I'm a chill dude. Like I can I feel comfortable now with you guys. So like
Yeah.
when I get on here, I'm comfortable. But I
Yes.
think it puts off a image that isn't quite me when you run into me in public.
Right.
I'm not like I'm not like, hey, check this guy
That's it.
out. But
Yeah, I'm so the opposite. I'm like, don't watch, don't look at this. Like, Most people like I said, I've trained a lot of people. I have a lot of friends in the industry, and they're all like, I cannot believe you're doing a YouTube channel. You are so like I hate to be watched. I hate to be like, you know what I'm saying? I get it. If it's the fourth quarter, 2 seconds left to go, I'm not raising my hand. I don't want the fucking ball. Like I don't I don't want it. I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
if you give it to me, I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do. But I'm probably sitting in the back like, don't pick me. You know what I mean? Um, I've had a lot of people ask me to go to comps, and dude, I don't think I could do it. I had a company that I worked for. He said, I'll pay for everything. You just have to go down there representing us. I'll pay for all your stuff, everything you want to do. And I I bailed. Like I couldn't do it. Like I'm scared. And I'm not scared of
I
the
get it, man.
competition. I don't know. I just like
I'm a
anytime
creature
I've
of
ever,
habit. Like,
yeah.
I think I'm scared of the unknown. Like,
Hmm.
I know what I know. I like what I do. I know I'm so I'm so like a bit. I'm trying to think of the right word. Like obsessive with somewhat knowing the outcome of things, and I
Hmm.
think it probably comes from my work. Always trying to predict everything. I'm always playing the scenario out in my head. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? And I can make a situation or like you're saying, like a comp or like the TCI Expo or something,
Hmm.
I could put so much shit in my head that where I'm going to be like, it's going to be chaos and people are going to come
Yep.
up to me and I'm going to be embarrassed and like, why? I don't really know why I'm that way, but I just
No,
am,
because
man.
when you finally do meet people, it's great. It's a great
Great. Yep.
experience. Like I don't think I have any bad experiences meeting people from YouTube or people that have like we've gotten jobs from YouTube videos. Um, one lady we did a job for, she was the editor for the news and she had
Mhm.
retired. She's like, I seen some of your videos, you're really good. And she's like, that's why I hired you. And then I'm like,
That's
great, now we're
awesome.
gonna mess up our house or something.
Yeah.
But I'm like that. So that's me. That's me in a nutshell, right there. If I say, hey, watch this, it's probably going poorly. If I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
do it, it's gonna be fine. But the watch me thing, no.
I think if
Um,
you notice, most of my content focuses more around the negative things I do. Like I would rather
yeah,
show you everybody that stuff than like look at how awesome I am at this or this. Like I don't know. Like I'm more proud and like comfortable with being like, yo, I messed up or I was scared or
right.
like telling that kind of stuff than I am like I dominated this. I'm just not that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, the thing that got me into this, the YouTube thing, is I got really so bored with tree work that I was contemplating getting out of tree work, right? So I'm like, what can I be doing? I said, well, first let me find out what this SRT is all about. Let me find out what this rope runner does and all this crap. So where do you go to learn? You go to YouTube, right? Um, one of the first videos I come across was the August Haneke video. One of the first ones he like, what is it, the Axemen video or
Oh,
I,
is it the one where he like stands up on top of the tree, the log?
dude, the music is playing, limbs are flying. I went from being like, all right, what is this SRT shit? To I'm on the edge of my seat, like, holy
Yeah.
shit, I cannot wait to go to work tomorrow. I
Yeah.
forgot what we do. Like I just forgot. You
Yeah.
so I'm like, if I can do like, and then again, your videos came. I started finding all these videos and they were getting me jacked up. And I'm like, dude, if you guys can do that to me, and I've been in this business for 25, 30 years, maybe I could do that for some of the new guys coming out. You know what I mean? Like just get them excited. So that's where my videos were going, like the high flying, the cutting, the look what we do for a living.
Yeah.
And then I admit it kind of like you start meeting people, and people are like, hey, you got to come out of your shell. You got to come talk to us. You got to come meet us. You got to come be a part of the community. That was rough. That was
Yeah.
rough. I was very, I'm like, I'll just quit. I'll just quit
Yeah.
YouTube.
I'm quitting
Um,
again. I'm good.
yeah, I'm like, I'm done. So I backed off for a while, and then I changed the name of the YouTube channel to Scoot TCI, because all my friends and family know me as Scoot. So um, they would be able to find it. But none of you guys knew who Scoot is. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I can hide from the tree
Okay.
world, and like I could be on Tree Life and hear people talking crap about me if I want. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, oh, I
I've been.
seen that
Hey, I've
video. It's
yeah. I've been there.
there.
So.
Yeah, and then eventually that goes away. You know what I mean? Everybody starts to know who you are, and I've never really cared about like the talking crap. I don't care if people don't like the videos. Uh, the people like I've honestly said I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I do have the best subscribers because they're
Oh yeah.
all in. Like
Yeah.
I'm watching I'm watching you lead up to the show, and I think I watched last week's show, and you're talking about channels and everything, and everybody's like, "Oh, I miss him." It's so these guys. I haven't been around in a year, and they're still asking when they see me, "Hey,
Dude.
when's the next video coming out?"
See.
So
Yeah. And I figure, hell, maybe we could kind of get him back in gear. More than anything, I just when I seen a comment from you, I was instantly like, "Oh, here I can find out," because it was in the back of my head, like, "Hey, do you want to do it? You want to like? I want to know." If you would have told me no on the interview, I would have asked you right then. I'd have been like, "Okay, cool. Well, what about this?" Because I just wanted to know. I just want to know what was going on. A
right.
lot of times when a guy steps away, um, with what we're doing, it's because of injury. You know.
Right.
So and
No, I'm happy and healthy.
cool.
Uh, kind of quit commenting so much. I still hit the likes on your guys' videos, and I still watch all your videos. Like every chance I get, I'm in the morning. I catch up on videos. I stopped commenting so much. I think out of guilt. You know what I mean? Like I feel bad, like that I left everybody and I'm not doing it anymore. And then like when I do comment on a video, everybody's like, "Hey, glad to see you. Where you been?" And I start like, "Damn, man, like I
Yeah.
feel like you're letting everybody down." So I kind of backed off on commenting a little bit. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping like I'm pretty happy where I am now. Uh, I just got to get back in the flow of it. You know what I mean? Like I have tons and tons of old footage, but I want to put out some new, fresh stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And then you could cherry pick out of that old stuff. After you get
Yeah.
back in, you can go back and kind of cherry pick what you want out of it. And,
Right.
you know, you definitely like your channel had something because like it kind of started to grow at the time when like there was only like one or two tree channels. And
Right.
that I feel like was the hardest thing to do because I don't think even though most of my subscribers are probably subscribed to August, I don't think his subscribers translate over to me. You
Right.
know, I'm just I don't know, man. I'm different. I don't know. Like
Well, I think you're one
sometimes
of the first channels that I ever connected with. Um, like
that's
again,
my favorite thing, man.
yeah,
About this is the fact that maybe I make someone's day by commenting on their. I will.
yeah,
This is something I do at least once or twice a week. I will randomly look up tree climbing. I will go onto a random channel. I will watch their videos until. I mean, I'm not just going to tell you you did a great job if you didn't do a great job, but I'm going to find one
exactly, exactly.
and I'm going to reach out and I'm going to tell him you did a good job. If you need anything, I'm over here.
Right.
Dude, if someone would have did that for me, like
Right.
I'd have been so stoked. But the way when I started, kind of the way I got looked at and treated, maybe it was because of the name and people made that comparison before I realized it. But yeah, I don't know. I never had anybody do it, so like I know how I felt when Jaden Anderson, the one who passed away, when he
Yes,
reached
sir.
out to me and started sending me private messages and like sent me letters and stuff, like wrote letters out and sent them to
Mhm.
me. I, dude, my mind was blown. Like I felt like I was 10 foot tall, and I look back at it now. It's just a random guy on social media, but
Yeah.
to me, he was something special. And
Well,
maybe I'm that to somebody else. So like I have to remember that because I've met and talked to a lot of people that came off like assholes, and I really wish I would have never met them or talked to them
right.
because I was like I liked you a lot and like I was all for you, and then I talked to you or
Then I
interacted
met
with
you.
you, and it
Right.
was
No,
trash, man.
I think most of the people that are on my channel probably came from you even, mentioning my channel because nobody else mentions my channel. I do think August had mentioned my channel, not so much my channel, but me,
But
because
you,
I
yeah,
had some talk with him before and stuff. And but I
he's
don't
a pretty
talk
good
with
dude.
him.
He'll reach out. Like
Yeah.
he did come to my channel before, and like he liked some video and left a comment, and when he did, dude, I was like,
See, he's
holy
never
cow!
been
Like I did something, but
right.
you know he
He's never commented, or I don't even think he's not even subscribed to my channel. He never even subscribed to
really
it. But I've like had like commented on a lot of his stuff or whatever, and he's mentioned me through that or whatever. But I don't even think I ever told him I have a channel. So maybe he don't even know. He just knows me as Scoot
yeah
from his
yeah
comments. You know what I'm saying?
yeah yeah. That's because there's quite a
I
few
was
of
not very good at promoting my channel.
dude.
Not very good.
I get it. I get it. I'm not. I hate it. Like I don't. I so sometimes I wish I people would know me like that because it's like some people just. I feel like that's what keeps me from like those gatherings because there's with me. I don't feel like I'm a guy that you are like middle ground with. I feel like I'm a guy either you'll like or dislike.
Right. Yep.
Like
Yep.
there's no like yeah he's a guy. Like I'm a very confident dude, but like I feel like when I would go to places, I had people who didn't like me right from the get go, and it's
Right.
like you don't know me. How can you not like me? But you know,
Yeah.
I get it. Some people look at it like they look at you doing the YouTube stuff like you think you're better than them, and that's definitely not what I want people to think. And so I try
Right.
my best to try as be as relatable as possible. I mean, when I crippled myself and fell, I did live feeds. I kept up with everybody. I told everybody the truth, and I let them in on all the suffering. Like I try to be as relatable as possible. I'll tell you any mistake I had. I'll tell you how I was feeling because I don't want to alienate the next guy, or
Right.
I just feel like it's kind of my duty is I don't want to I don't want to do what was done to me. That's just it. Like it
Right.
crushed me. A couple of the guys that like and the way the interactions went, and it was like, oh no way. Like okay,
Yeah.
it is what it
I
is. That's cool.
it, it's hard. It's hard. Like it was hard for me in the beginning. Like I don't care about negative comments. I think everybody's entitled to their opinion. And bottom line, I have to do things the way I have to do them in the tree. Um, so if like I've had people comment on there, why are you cutting firewood like that? Well, the guys are working and I could chunk this down. So this is the way I want to do it. I work with my crew. That's it. But it always was baffling to me to see how many people watch just to hate you.
Yeah.
Like they'll watch entire videos just to comment at the end, like at 2 minutes or at like 28 minutes and 34 seconds, you suck. And you're like, oh, why are you here? And I didn't know that was a thing. Like before when I started watching all your guys' videos, I just watched the videos and then I would comment, "Hey, great job. Hey, that was awesome." I didn't really read the other comments. So I didn't know you guys were getting bashed like that.
Oh,
And I
dude.
didn't know people spend hours watching content that they don't like. I didn't know that was a thing just to make a
Yeah,
comment.
yeah. Hate watching's real, man. It really is.
I,
Like they can be more loyal than your most loyal. It's wild.
yeah.
Like, and I think what's kind of nice is since my name change, um, dude, if you think about okay, the extremists who don't like tree work, or the guys who are insecure who see a confident man doing a physical job, so they're like their insecurities shoot through the roof, and they're like, I got to tell this guy how dumb he is, and I'm okay, whatever. Um, those guys, I just don't get it. I don't really understand it, but it happens a whole lot, and since my name change, at least I don't get the "I hope you die and fall out of a tree." Like I get stuff like that, man.
Because
And
of your name and the association,
yeah,
like
yeah, like,
it's a
and it
play
was
on words. Like it's not
yeah, yeah,
that's
and I mean the first few words of my description in my channel is I've used a steel chainsaw since I was born. That's the first
right.
sentence. Like it's pretty easy to figure it out, and I didn't think it would be so. I mean, some people legit think that's what I mean, and I'm like, oh
Right.
my god, okay, okay, dang it, that's. I didn't think anybody would go that far. I figured maybe some people would be like, oh, yeah, don't, I know what you're doing. Like, I didn't think it
Right.
would go that far, but it did, and it's like, okay, maybe I don't know. Maybe I deserved it. I don't really. I don't feel like I did, but yeah,
I don't
some of
think there
them,
was no, like you said, no ill intent there.
not at
Like
all.
it, but with the way I think with the way things go nowadays, anything you say is ill intent. Like somebody's gonna misinterpret whatever you say or whatever you do. So,
Pretty
um,
much. Pretty much.
what
It's
other
just
questions you got for me, man?
I got okay. What's the most exciting job site you've been on?
As far as what does that mean? Like,
Let's just say it was a super fun location, and what you were doing there, or because you were talking about
uh,
how you've been all over. So,
I one of the funnest things I've done lately is I went down to Michigan to work with Josh Man.
oh,
We
sweet,
didn't video any of it, of course, but we got down there. It was set to be great. Like he had some big oaks he needed cut down. It was, and we got there. It was cold as hell, and it was raining. Um, so he's like, "We're just gonna have to just call it, right?" And I'm like, "No, let's go." And we rocked out two giant oak trees. He rocked out a big old maple tree, and we had time to do another job the next day before I took off.
dude. That's awesome.
He is super fun. Um,
Yeah, he's a funny character, dude. He is a
oh my,
character. Like
yeah.
I wish he would put more stuff out because I feel like about the time he gets rooted and people start to, to like it, he kind of pulls back.
Yeah.
He's kind of
He's the same. He's got some babies at home. He's doing great. Like I talked to him. Uh, he is truly, like you said, he is a good friend. He's a good guy. Um, that's just who he is. And then I don't think he deals with the spotlight very well. So
yeah,
once he does get going, then he backs off a little bit,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
he does got again the do you even sleep? Do you go to sleep at night or do you just stay up all night doing videos? Because it was getting to that point for me. I'm like it's 2 a.m. But for me, once I get on a roll, I can't shut off a video and start on it again tomorrow.
Yeah,
I like this stuff like clicks in my mind. So basically, when I sit down to do a video, I have a month's worth of footage from 17 different jobs. And I just start clicking through it and clicking through it. And I go, oh, I remember that. and
Yeah.
then it flows like, and all my titles have a funny play on the name, and then some kind of theme to go with it, and then it
Yeah.
just starts to flow. And as soon as I have to shut that off, it's gone. It's gone. I don't get it back.
I get it. I get it. It's almost like I think that's my biggest struggle now with I would like to put out more, but I know the time that's involved and that it takes to put a video out, even just a 10-minute video. So it's like I'll look up at the clock and I'll be like, okay, it's 10 o'clock at night. One.
Yeah.
If I could do a video and I'll be in bed by 2. Yeah, yeah. And
No, you won't.
stupid, like, no, I won't.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's like, okay, I need 4 hours or so. Yeah, I only got 3. I'm not doing a video. And if
I could.
it's like if I don't got a big space open, I can't
Yeah.
really squeeze it in right now. So that's the trouble I'm having. So
I can tell you one of my most embarrassing moments.
what's that?
Um, we go. Do you remember Hurricane Rita hit Texas a dozen years ago, 10 years ago now?
Yeah,
Came and wiped out Texas. It was pretty bad. Well, Davey sent a lot of us down there to clean up, and I am not like, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. We're just a city. You know what I'm saying? Texas is a different place. Everything there bites. And when
yeah.
they say everything's bigger in Texas, they ain't lying. The mosquitoes are like birds down there. And I'm not really sure like your area. Do you got fire ants where you're at?
Yeah, yeah,
Holy shit. So
yeah. They
nobody really
suck.
warned us. Yeah, I went up this tree and I'm waiting for the line crew to shut the power off and do their thing, and I'm just kind of doing my it's a whole tree just broken onto a telephone pole. And apparently while I was waiting there, I was standing in a nest of fire ants.
Oh,
And yeah,
damn.
so I finish what I'm doing. As I'm coming down out of the tree, I feel something bite my ankle. And I'm like, wow, that hurt. That felt like a bee sting or something.
The fact he's already that there's one at your ankle. Imagine where they're all at. I'm like, oh no, oh my
I,
god.
I by the time I made it down to the bottom of the tree, several more had bit my calf,
Oh,
my thigh, and when I tell you, one bit me really close to an area
no,
where no
oh
ant should
no,
ever be. I
oh,
made it to the front lawn and I didn't have any pants on anymore.
oh,
Um,
shoot, dude.
I didn't have a choice. I had 30 or 40 or 50 of them things on one leg,
Oh,
like whelps. So I'm standing, I got my pants off, I'm shaking them out. I turn around and the whole utility crew, two more of my Davy crews, they're all just looking at me. And I'm like, I like what the lineman is actually like, yeah, that happens to us like once a week. I'm like, are you serious?
Jesus.
Yeah. I have never been chewed up like that in my life. It's so fast. They're just crawling up here, like biting you.
Yeah,
They're
they're in
like,
attack mode at all times.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
I've never
ran.
been in a front yard with no pants on. I still have my saddle on. I'm sliding my pants off when my saddle's still on,
Yes.
and it looked like some kind of porn. Like it was going
Oh
totally
my
wrong
god.
or something. But
That's
I,
awesome.
I and I didn't realize how many people were out front. It was just me in my little world at that time until I got them all off me and I looked around. I'm like, oh, there's an audience. Like
Shit.
this is embarrassing.
Dude,
So
I was like, I don't know. I had to have been pretty young because my dad was climbing. And we were on a job one time and he was retopping a tree that had been topped before. I think it was a sweet gum tree, and they always have it rounded off and made short so that they get a couple years with no sweet gum balls. So they just repeatedly do it. As soon as it'll grow balls for a week or one season, they're like top it the next. And I'm like,
right,
it looks god awful. It's hollow sections everywhere. So my dad's
right.
up in the tree and he needs to take a piss. So he pisses in one of the holes, and my buddy's working for us, and he walks up underneath the tree and he's like being sprayed. And dude,
Oh my
I've never laughed so hard in my life because my dad is up there and I can see what he's doing. I'm like, oh fuck. And my dad says, get out of there. Hey, get out of there. And my buddy Ryan looks up, he goes, huh? And he's like, opens his mouth, dude, like in the face. And he's like, my dad says, get the hell out of there. And trying to tell him to get out. And he says, what? And I'm like, dude, go, go, go. He says, is it water? My dad shakes his head no, and homie starts like gagging, running to the faucet, and it was so insanely funny because my dad's on this side of the tree and somehow it come out of a hole on this side of the tree, which made no sense to me, period. And it just right on my buddy's head the whole time. My
Oh
dad's
my
trying to tell him,
god.
go, go, go. But too fucking funny, dude. There's
Oh
always something silly
jeez.
going on in these job sites.
Yes.
Well, hey, I tell you what, since we're about an hour deep, why don't we do a part two and do it
I'm
again?
down.
You down?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
maybe
definitely.
we can bring even a little more attention your way. We
Yeah.
got to get you up to 1,000. That way you can do some live feeds and shit. So
Oh, dude, I'd love to do that. What let me ask you a question.
yeah,
What happened with your reaction videos? I thought that's a great idea. I was so excited to see those. Is that
I
just a
did.
copyright issue, or you just
Well, honestly, I wanted to. If you notice, a lot of my stuff is trying to find a way to bring some attention to some of my buddies that I feel
right,
like some and maybe even all of them are maybe better tree guys than me. And I'm like, hold up, you got to check these guys out. And just being like, hey, go check this out doesn't really work
right,
nowadays. So I tried to use that realm and I tried to make it work, but the problem was like I need a better setup to do it. Like I guess I could figure out a way to maybe like download the video and then just I don't know editing very good, like and just put myself in a little box off to the side. But I
right.
kind of like doing the just sitting in front of the TV and being
Yeah.
like
No,
and just talking to the camera that way. But I don't know. I didn't get the biggest reaction from it and didn't really get too many comments. So I was like, okay, maybe people don't
I
really
think
don't like it.
I
I don't know.
personally, I think in the beginning, maybe it was a little bit, like you said, a little bit of what the hell am I doing here?
Yeah,
And people can feel that, you know what I mean?
yeah,
So, but that's with any channel and any growth or anything you're going to do. The first time I saw that, what you were doing, I'm like, oh, this is genius. This is because you're going to be able to spotlight your friends.
yeah.
And like you said, exactly that show like, hey, this is why you should go watch this channel.
Yeah,
Um,
I think I need to do more. You may have just because a lot of times I need a break from trying to because like you said, I could just throw together a video. There has to be a reason for the video. Like it has to have it's not a super in-depth story to every video, but there is a story
right.
to
Yes.
every one of them. And it may be small, but there's something that the whole video is based around,
Right.
whether it be fear or stupidity or
Right.
on rare
It,
occasions a little bit of skill. Um, that's just I try my best. So that's something that I could do and give myself a break and still put out content. Maybe I
right.
should look into
I
that more often. I
I don't
kind
know.
of
Ask
I like
everybody
doing
else
it.
on here, guys. Throw some thumbs up or something if you like that kind of. I liked it. I was hoping you would continue with it. Um, Again, it's going to be difficult to launch it and get started,
Yeah,
but I think once you find how you're going to do it, just like you've done with the rest of your channel and these lives and these interviews,
yeah.
you're going to
These
figure
lives,
it out and it's going to be great. So,
yeah, these are getting way funner.
yeah.
Even for me, like these are way cooler than they used to be. And it was hard at first. And like you're saying, it the awkwardness for especially for a guy like me. I try to avoid being in those awkward spots, but like
Oh
sometimes
yeah.
I put myself in it, and I'm like, what the hell did? Why did I do this? Like I should have never
I
started this.
I almost threw up right before I hit join. You know what I mean? I'm like
Yeah.
the same thing. I'm like, oh, my stomach, like what, like, I don't know. I hate being in front of the camera part, but again, like all of the people from your channel have come to see me, and then uh,
That's all.
they are so much like friends and stuff now that I don't mind like it's a little scarier because you have so many more people probably watching, but just every time this thing pops up with all the words on it, I recognize every name on there, and they've all like just been great. So I'm comfortable with this. I don't know if I
Dude,
could do these on my own, but comfortable
yeah,
here.
I'm sure you could, and you'll get your crew. There's 20 or more who are just they're not just my like subscribers. They're friends. Like
Mhm.
they've became friends, and it may be even way more than 20, but there's about 20 of them, maybe a few more who are just they're so consistent. Like
Yep.
and the support is just unwavering. These guys they these guys have got me through some really hard times. Like my mom just passed, and like I needed this like to get my mind off of it. And dude, they're just always there. They're just
No,
always
yeah,
there.
that's
So I I think I think you just I hope you can figure out a way to make it enjoyable to make the content,
right.
and that way you're not making it and not enjoying it. Like to make
Right.
something that you don't really enjoy is a bummer, dude. Because
Yeah.
your content is fire. It is so good. And like
Thank you.
I feel like the rigging is is up there and like there's categories of guys, and like when it comes to the rigging and everything, and even a lot of the climbing and some of the explanations and stuff, like you are way up there,
Thank you.
but you're not you're just unseen. You're
Neat.
not shining your own self up, or tooting
Right.
your own horn. So realize that like maybe you don't hear it a whole bunch, but you're respected. I think a lot more than maybe you realize, or maybe that you want to know. I get that.
Right. I don't even look. Yeah, I'm not even
I
looking.
get it. I get it,
Um,
man.
yeah, no. Yeah, I'm definitely down to do this again.
Let's do it again.
Next time I'll read the questions.
Okay.
I didn't
Yeah.
even see. I looked on the tag. I didn't see no questions. So, but next time
No,
I'll
you're
be
good.
more prepared.
No, you're fine,
Did
buddy. This
we
was
didn't
this was fun.
we didn't have no echoing either, huh?
No, no, I think it took a second for it to catch up when
Yeah.
we logged in, so we kind of chilled for a second there. And I'm gonna try to watch this back because the one with Peter, it won. When I watched it back, it was way better when I was watching it than it was on the live feed. The live feed was
Right.
horrible. This one has been
Okay.
awesome. Like this one
Awesome.
seems to have been so much better. I think the headphone idea was perfect, and I left it plugged up to the charger the whole time. So I'm kind
Right.
of get it dialed in. Hopefully they'll each be a little better and a
Yeah.
little better. But yeah, dude. Hey, thank you for doing this. I appreciate the hell out of it, giving us your time. But we have to do part two. All right.
Definitely. Hey, thank you to
Yeah,
everybody who supported my channel. Guys, again, thank you all. I appreciate it.
yeah, guys. I will put a link in the comment section. Go over and check out Scoot's channel. And it's called Industry TV. Like I said, I'll put a link in the
Industry
comment.
TV.
Yeah, and go check him out. And we'll talk to him again here soon, buddy. Stay safe. I'll catch you all next time.
Thank you, Mike.
See ya.